feel, and how do you blend kind of the two? Because obviously you've got to play it, you've got to look at it a lot under a lot of pressure. So the fact that you like the look of it, and then how do you blend that with how it feels?
Well, I think first and foremost, it has to look good. If it doesn't look good, then it's gone. It can feel great and fly great, but if you don't like looking down at it, then game over. So they nailed it, getting everything to kind of come together and having a great look. So I think that's been one of the big things that Cobra's continued to dial in, is a great look along with the sound and the feel and ultimately performance.
You're one of the players on tour that I noticed that doesn't have, kind of a yard sale in their bag, whereas a lot of guys, Dustin Johnson's notorious for, 20, 25 minutes before he tees off, telling AJ to go get 2 different drivers and a couple of different putters. You've always been a guy that kind of gets your clubs, gets the set makeup, and really doesn't mess around with it. How did that start for you as a player? Because it's easy when you're not hitting it good to just go get another driver or go get another wedge or a different putter.
Well, a lot of times it's not the equipment. It's true across the board, even at times the highest level. But I didn't grow up from coming from a whole lot of money, and it wasn't like I just had the opportunity to go get something if I needed it or wanted it. It was kind of play and figure it out. And so a lot of times I had 14 clubs. I didn't have something extra to just throw in, so I went and play with those 14. But I've always kind of been that way, work through it and find out what fits best. And I've always liked to try and find stuff that was very universal. And even on the wedges, like I don't switch grinds based on golf course and stuff. I like to keep it, like I said, simple and things that work for multiple places. And really the only switches I make through the bag are 5-wood and some sort of long iron and driving iron. That's just depending on course setup. If it's something where I'm going to hit more irons or long irons off tees, I'll take the 5-wood out. But for the most part in the U.S., when we play the ball in the air, 5-wood is in there most of the time. So yeah, those guys over there, they're home. They don't really leave much.
Lexi, you just got a chance to see the driver yesterday. It was your first time, right? So you and Ben had a small chance to work together. What were your first thoughts?
Yeah, I've only hit it about probably 15 times now, and I love the feel of it. Definitely comes off the face a lot hotter with the speedback technology, and I like that. I like hitting driver, and it looks amazing when I set it down. I think that's the most important. Like Ricky said, if you don't like the looks of it, you're most likely not going to hit it straight or solid for that matter. So love the looks of it, and it comes off hotter, and they kept the same face as last year as the F8, so, and I was really sold on that face, so I'm glad they kept it that way. But I'm looking forward to working with it a little bit more and hopefully in the bag pretty soon.
You're very particular with your equipment, so I know tomorrow you have some more plans to work with Ben, so you're going to have your time like Rick with the driver. But I think you've landed in a spot today that you're ready to hit it in front of everybody, right?
Yeah, I definitely am. Definitely working on it more tomorrow for a few hours with irons and drivers, so I'm looking forward to getting everything in the bag, all the new stuff. So, but yeah, I feel comfortable with the setup as it is now.
We look forward to seeing you bomb it. So, Bryson, how are you, buddy?
Oh, good. Glad to be here.
Now you've just got introduced to the driver. You hit it a couple times before this week, but this week you really got a chance to put some different shafts in it and try it out as well. What was your experience with it?
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, the look is really unique and cool, and I think that once T.O. and Mike and you all explained to me a little bit about the speedback technology, having that CG a little lower with the good aerodynamics that it comes around with having a crown that's a little more flat. That was kind of unique in itself, and I think that you guys have done a great job. And so the first time I hit it, I was actually incredibly impressed with how solid it came off the face for it being kind of a stock driver. And I was like, wow, this seems like it's pretty solid. Just kind of reiterating what Ricky said, I was like, this is really impressive for just a stock driver head. And so honestly, this is kind of a stock driver head just with a little lower loft, and that's all it is. And I'm hitting it right now. I've been hitting it on the range for quite a while. Earlier today, and I was like, man, this thing could go right in the bag right now.
It won't hit the list till Vegas, so if you could wait.
Yeah, sorry. I'll try.
Okay, so why don't we have you guys hit some balls and warm up? There's some warm-up balls inside the bucket, and then we have a few balls for you guys to use on TrackMan when we get you guys going. Claude, why don't you and Rick take us through, what's the different types of driver shots that Ricky likes to hit?
Yeah, so current kind of gamer everyday shot, Ricky, would be what?
Hopefully straight. No, it's straight. Pretty straight, and if anything, I like it to just fall right. But the wind's off the right today, so.
All right, let's see it.
This is first swing. Don't judge. Don't look.
There we go. The good news is your shoes, the bottom of your soles, your shirt, your hat,
I'm warm now.
everything matches. So you look like you know what you're doing.
I need one warm up. Toe ball.
2 warm-ups. Got new grips on clubs.
That's true. Nervous, hands are sweaty.
The other guys.
I love it. The media is making him nervous.
Lexi's watching.
There we go.
There's the shot we like to see. Rick, your thoughts on sound? How does it feel to you?
Well, like I said, we got past the first part of looking good. The feel I always kind of aim for or look for is not. I don't want loud. I don't want too much audio. I want it to almost, when you look back to like wooden bats, having that heavy hit sound. That one. That's always something I like. I love hitting persimmon drivers when I'm home, just playing for fun. I love that old school feel, like having a lot of mass behind the hitting area, not a lot of audio feedback, but something that's solid. So that's something I think that's been great from Cobra.
Cool.
They always sound good. They
Yeah.
feel good.
Tuning the driver is one of the specialties that the engineers have. They do a really good job, even though it has, one of the largest carbon fiber crowns in the business. They can tune it really well. Nice shot, Bryson. Okay, so Rick, when your stock swing is pretty straight, maybe a fall to the right. When you're trying to reach a little, is there something you do differently? Is there any type of swing thought? I'm sure the media is looking to ask a question like that.
Well, I just gotta try and make sure I don't miss hit it, so Lexi doesn't hit it by me. No, I'd say a big thing for me. I mean, I rarely reach back. I'm sure, in a way, all three of us kind of. There's certain situations, maybe drive a par 4, or want to get a little extra par 5 that's long, and we're carrying a bunker. But for me, I try and take it back a little slower to make sure that I stay in good rhythm and tempo. And as long as I make a full backswing and not get rushed, I put myself in a position where once I'm up there in a good spot, go as hard as you want.
Sweet. Lexi, you bombed the ball. So, what is it that you like to typically see for your standard stock shot?
My stock shot is a draw, or hook to some people. Usually, I just aim up the right. It's about a 10-yard draw for me. That's what I've been kind of going back to, and I feel pretty comfortable with this, being able to work it actually both ways. But my go-to is a draw.
Yeah, you like to aim it down the right side and know it's going to go left from there.
Yeah, exactly. And if it doesn't, usually it just overturns to the left side. So take one side out of it.
Okay, cool. And then important for you, you talk about launch conditions are super important for you. You don't like to see a ball float. You like to see typically a very penetrating ball flight that's low in spin, yeah?
Yeah, and I think that's what's great about the technology. Having the low CGs is very important for me because, I mean, in Florida, even though it's hot, it still gets up to 20 miles per hour winds sometimes, and I hate to see my ball go left and right and see the wind. I see the wind attack it. So, like, as those ball flights are very flat and they'll be perfect in the wind. The wind won't touch them as much.
Cool. Thanks for that, Bryson. So you won a driving contest at the PGA Championship, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that was what, 331, I believe, something like that.
Carried 328.
328, and that was an ugly wet day, right? You look like you're pretty soggy when you're close. So why don't you give the group your thoughts about when you try and what's your normal shot look like, and what do you do to reach back for a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, my normal shot is essentially what I hit 99% of the time, except when we're having a long drive contest. I'll use the big ball swing. Essentially what I'll do on that swing is give myself enough time, because I know I'm going to create a lot of speed on the backstroke, to get that club face square when I get to impact. So I actually transfer a lot of weight to the right side, and then as I come back down, I really make sure that I get that face square, because I've been known to rotate really hard, and that thing will go dead right forever. And it's just because I don't get the hands back turned around. But for my stock shot, it's really just in the parameters of what I can really do with my body consistently, so I don't hurt myself, because I really can't pull up that big swing anymore. I mean, I'm 25, but you know.
He's so old.
I know, yeah, but still, I can feel it.
Okay, cool. Any questions from the crowd that you want to ask them about their driver swing, driver thoughts? The
Nothing.
media does not have questions. All right.
Let's say there's a windy week coming up for the Open. Are you going to tweak faces or adjust your swing or swing thoughts, knowing that you'll have to drive it lower?
It'll be more of club. I'll say that right away from my perspective. It's more of the club. We'll put a driving iron in the bag, or I'll move the loft a little lower, or whatnot.
Okay, in terms of driver, are you
In terms of driver, I mean, I don't like messing with how I swing the club too much. I'd rather just change the club to fit what I do, and they can do that beautifully.
Cool. Lexi, do you do anything to prepare for win?
I would do the same thing as he said. I mean, obviously putting in a 3-iron usually instead of a hybrid. But with driver, just taking down the loft a little bit. But it really shouldn't matter. I mean, if you have a flat ball flight that's not getting affected by the wind and high spin, you shouldn't have to change it too much.
in terms of degrees?
Who's got the TrackMan numbers? So that was 300 carry for Bryson. Who's got Lexi?
What's the swing speed there? I'm just warming up too. 113.
Lexi hit that 280.
Bryson, are you factoring in the air
Who's got
density?
Rick?
Today, I can. I got it in my bag. You want it out?
Chad, what do you got for Rick? What's he showing on his numbers?
We got 114 club speed, ball speed 173, 313 total.
Cool. All right, why don't we just let you guys have one crack at a beast crack.
118.
Beast mode, crank a dank, whatever you call it. We have each of you with a TrackMan, so you can put your golf ball in now. Don't use the warm-up ball.
Hello. That's Tobo.
Mulligan? What was that, Chad?
That was 316. I think most people here would probably take that still.
My grip's moving.
Nice.
Ricky, you want to go?
You can go ahead. I'm warming up.
What'd you get for Lexi? 290, Lexi. Nice job. Uh-oh, spinning.
That's not good.
You get another.
124 swing speed?
What was this? What was the launch and spin on that baby?
I healed it.
4,000.
I healed it, though,
and where'd
guys.
it go? A heel shot and we went
I'm gonna stick
280.
with mine.
Good miss.
That's gone.
That's long. That's high.
That's what happened to me. Yeah,
You hear
absolutely.
people talking about they hit it too high, so 4-degree up angle swing. What was the numbers?
183 and a half ball speed.
183 and a half ball speed.
310 carry.
310 carry, 320 total.
Here, let me get a little draw on that.
What was that one? That one makes sense.
That was good.
When the players start asking for numbers, then they're getting a little competitive. This is exactly what we were hoping for.
Did that one burn
Give me
up
my
on re-entry?
foresight.
What are the numbers on Bryce's last
They
one?
get
Do you
hurt.
want 'em?
Crush it.
185 ball speed, 312 carry at 324.
What was the
Hey, what were my numbers?
What are
I'm not
Lexi's
gonna know
numbers?
anything that you're talking about.
Another 290, Lexi.
125.
Up 2-degree, up 3-degree angle.
I'm gonna get this driver swing up to
Yeah.
130.
157 ball speed, 2300 spin, which is ideal.
For me?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What was mine?
1251.
Uh-oh.
It was 174 ball speed.
I think Bryson timed his laces.
Still 124, man.
Mother lover.
124 club speed.
188 ball speed.
Oh,
Ooh.
Throw my hands a little bit more.
Chad, you're gonna have to talk loud. You don't have a mic, so you can get closer to Clyde if you like.
Okay, that's gone.
We got 180 ball speed, 307.
That's pretty fast there. I had to do something.
What was his club head speed?
Are you kidding?
That's cool. All right, don't burn yourselves out and don't use all your golf balls. We're gonna hit a couple irons here, so we're gonna save a couple golf balls.
One more.
Let's, okay, if you want to hit one more, Bryson, go ahead. We're gonna transition to irons.
That burp, sorry.
Ooh. Nice, Rick.
123.
2024. That's that thing.
Bryson, what happens if you hit that tile
That thing's
further
wrong.
than your Bridgestone? Are you gonna change?
Uh-huh.
Where's the number on the Titleist ball? Just mess with him. He loves to mess with people.
It's a question for Brett.
The good news is the ball speed.
That's a question for Brett.
Brad.
That's Tyler's.
That is